Okay, so part 2, let's go back to our project. So probably all of us are still in the effect control. If you're not, then that's fine, but if you are, just click on the project. And again, we want to create a new composition. So this one will be called part 2. And you want to change it to 8 seconds long. So this one will be much easier to animate. Okay, so what you want to do, you want to drop your monochrome again here as a first layer, scale it down and invert it. So you should still have the invert here. So click and drag, boom. Okay, go back to your project, and as you can see, it disappeared for me to click. So all you have to do is click on those arrows, project, and we're back here. And now we want to grab the couple and just drop it on top. And again, they're quite a large image, so again, S for scale and scale it down. So you want to scale it quite a lot, maybe like 20, and drop them all the way here. So something like that. So there's a lot of harsh lines, as you can see, but don't worry, they'll be very blurred. Maybe drop them even more. Okay. So now we want to keep the background as it is. Again, we can like move it around if you wanted to, because it's quite long, so you can move the background maybe to this part, which is quite like a smoky part. Looks actually quite nice. Yeah, we'll keep it this way. Obviously it makes the image looks horrible, but again, we're going to change all of that. So want to click on the couple layer, and we want to animate scale first. So you want to press the scale button at this scale, and then all the way till, let's say, almost 7, so somewhere here. You want to scale them just a little bit up, not too much, something like that. Looks fine. The image looks horrible, but again, we're going to change that. I want to drop them a little bit more. Just don't want them. Yeah, perfect. That looks much better, because I just want them as like a little thing on the bottom. So if you see for the composition, so yeah, it looks much better and eliminates a lot of the ugly parts of the picture. Okay, so easy is this, F9, and maybe even want to move the first keyframe out of the view. So as you can see, I'm click, hold, and drag out of it. So something like that. Okay, perfect. So next thing we want to do is opacity. So again, T for opacity, and our starting opacity, it will be about 67, something like that, and it will be around, again, similar when our scale changes will be at 0. So, oops, 0. I'm going to click on the layer and press U to view all of my, okay, oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah, and move it here. Okay, so it's exact the same alignment, and then easy ease them. F9. Okay, and again, still looks awful, but yet there is a very simple way of changing it. It's with, you guess, blur. Okay, so you want to click on the couple again on the layer, then go to effects, blur, and then Gaussian blur, and you want to have the blur starting at the beginning at 0, and then move it all the way to the back and really go to town on this, so like 120, because you want them to be barely visible for us even at the beginning. Actually, I will move it, press U, and I will move it earlier than that, so they're disappearing quite fast. That looks much nicer. So it looks like they disappear into the smoke. I want to be mindful of how nice or not nice this picture looks. Let's play it. But it disappears very quickly. I might move even first. I will easy ease them. F9, and then I might move them out of the view faster. So yeah, perfect. So they disappear quite quick. So let's play it again. Okay. Yeah, we could play about in Photoshop again if you want to get rid of that noise. For me, it's okay. I want it to be a little bit grungy, so that's fine. So just keep it like this. And that's the part 2 done. Let's move to part 3. Okay, part 3, as you could guess, you have to go back to your project or just go to composition, new composition, and we will rename this part 3. And you want to have it as well 8 seconds long. Okay, and just like that. And you guessed it, you want to drop the monochrome. However, we're not inverting it this time. You can scale it or not, it's up to you how you want to have it. I think I'm going to keep mine pretty big, so just like that. And again, you can move it if you want certain parts to be more visible. In that 8 seconds, it's at about 20-second long. This looks quite nice. About 20 seconds long animation, so you can choose which part you want to keep. So I'm going to keep this one because I want to have a lot of darkness in mine, and you will see why in a second. So you want to go to text layer, and with your own chosen font, and you can choose the fonts that are available here, or go to download one on this website, and you can choose a lot of different ones. Just make sure that when you're choosing them, you're choosing 100% free one. So see, not the free for personal use, or there will be ones that just you have to pay for, but you can go for like new fonts or themes. Let's say I don't calligraphy, and then you can just go to more options and go 100% free, and then just submit. Yeah, so there's a lot of different ones, and you can obviously choose which one you want for your animation. Okay, so I am going to start typing with my own chosen font, so maybe make it a little bit bigger. Doesn't matter what color it is, it can be any purple, whatever crazy color, because it doesn't matter. So I'm going to call it smoke, maybe smoke, all the same. Yeah, that's perfect. It's a little bit too small, make it even bigger. Smoke, perfect. So now I want to align it, so I'm just going to click on this, and I can either move it myself or go down and go to my align tool and go here and here, and it's right in the middle. If you do not have the align tool, all you have to go is to go to window, and then you should have your align here, and just click on it. So all you have to do is make sure that your toggle switches modes are on, so your thingy looks like that. If it's not, you just click here and it switches it, so we can go and switch that. And you want to go to your monochrome layer and go here and alpha inverted smoke. Nope, wrong one, sorry. This one, the first one, alpha matte smoke. And as you can see, it's animating the text. So we just alpha mapped it, so it looks like that. And because we don't have any solid layers and all our backgrounds, doesn't matter what color it is, because you could have bright yellow there or blue, whatever color, it is transparent. So as long as you don't have any solid layers, it's all transparent, so it's fine. So it's basically technically PNG. And again, you can move this around and play about with this smoke layer behind, and see what looks best, so it highlights your text better, best. And yeah, so that's part 3. And now we'll just move to our main and start composing everything together. So as I said, you still need solid layer, so new, solid, and I want to have like this off-white color, so not really white, not really gray, something like odd, maybe with like a drop of pink in it. Let's have a look. It looks quite fine, so that's my background color. And now I just want to drag all of my different parts. So first I have my solid. Now we will take our letter, which we didn't play with yet, so we'll drop it on the top. You want to scale it straight away. Let's scale it like this. Looks a little bit not great quality, but again, we will change a lot of things, so yeah, it really doesn't look great quality, but yeah, we'll change some stuff there. And then we will drop our part 1, then our part 2, then we're dropping blood, and then dropping blood again, and just rename it blood 2 so it doesn't confuse us. So yeah, what I did was just right click and rename. And then we have our part 3. Okay, so as you can see, there's a lot of stuff happening, so we'll go one by one, and the best thing to do is to switch all of the layers, not lock them but hide them, and we'll start from the letter.